I am Pushpita. I am Senior Manager Training and Placement on behalf of Team FICSI and my CEO Shri Sunil Kumar Marwa. I would like to welcome you all. आप लोग सारे आए शनिवार के दिन पे फेस्टिव सीज़न चल रहा है, नवरात्रा का उपवास भी होगा बहुत सारों का. अपने पढ़ाई से अपने जॉब से टाइम निकाल के आए हमारे इस सेशन में, उसके लिए आप सबका धन्यवाद. I would like to introduce you to our esteemed guest tonight, today morning. Okay, so we are doing a round table with recruiters for you only. So it is going to be an open session, but I would request you, please hold on to your questions till we ask you. Okay. So first we'll start with presentation from sirs and ma'ams. I'll just introduce them. We have Ashish ji from DCM Shriram. We have Charu ma'am from LT Foods, Dawat Basmati. We have Piyush Kaushal from Country Delight and Abu sir from Licious. So these are all well-known brand. They'll tell you what you should do to get entry to their big brands and big companies. Please listen to them carefully and post this presentation that they'll be giving. We'll have an open session for you all where you can ask questions one-to-one. Okay? And because the hall is small and if the candidates are standing out there, so I'll ask everyone to maintain decorum. Okay? Can I have a good morning from you all? Thora, be energetic. Good morning? Okay, so we are good to go? Just like you know, last year, 1.5 years back, Divesh, he's from NEFTIM, he joined us and he's been amazing with FICSI team. And in this small duration of time, he has done amazing work. And I'll hand it over to Divesh, who will be talking about FICSI and what we do and what we can do for students as well as corporate. Divesh, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I am Devesh, and I am currently working as Senior Executive, New Initiatives and Digital Outreach at FICSI. So I would just be giving you a brief about FICSI and its initiatives. In the slide, you can see that FICSI basically stands for Food Industry Capacity and Skill Initiative, and it is a sector skill council under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, and it is also aligned with Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. And basically, we are a not-for-profit organization and we work in a triple P model, which is the public-private partnership. And we are working with the government as well as with the industry to empower the food processing industry. And our scope of work is very multidimensional. We are doing course development based on skill gap studies. We have identified multiple job roles that the industry require in which skilling is required. For example, it can be food sales associate, it can be a confectioner specialist, it can be a bakery entrepreneur. So that you can always see on our site the updated job roles that are available. So based on these job roles, we are doing content development and different kind of trainings. The trainings are basically of government scheme implementation and different private projects also in which we are doing the training pan-India. Our second initiative is creation of learning resources and facilitator guides. So in the learning resources, we have a lot of initiatives in which one of the main initiatives in FICSI LMS, which we would be discussing in the subsequent slides. And apart from that, we are doing the standardization of training centers. So we have 370 plus pan-India training centers available with us in which the trainings are implemented on ground. Apart from that, we are also doing training of trainers, training of master trainers, and monitoring quality of skill training across stakeholders. We are also into trainings and certifications in which we are delivering food safety management and other different kind of customized trainings for the industry as well as for individuals. And apart from it, we also advise government on policies and initiatives related for skilling in the food processing sector. So I have a small video which will give you a better glimpse about FICSI and its initiative.
FICSI welcomes you. The Indian food processing sector today stands strong. With such massive growth and a diverse workforce spread across registered and unregistered units, the need for skill development has never been greater. And that's where FICSI steps in to empower the food processing industry with the right skills, knowledge, and certified professionals for a stronger future. Key highlights. your gateway to e-learning in food processing with presence of over 30 plus specialized courses. Learn on the go with industry-validated, self-paced modules, covers a wide range of food sectors, food safety and hygiene, AACCP, FOSTAC, and many more.
Now I would like to welcome one by one each industry leader to give their individual presentations. So first we have Mr. Ashish Shukla sir, additional GM HR from DCM Shriram Industry Limited. So I would like you to give him a big round of applause. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Before we start, let us connect to a detail. Do you know there are 18.1% people who feel headache when they get up into the morning? Every morning, there's an average, 18.1%. And there are 27.5% people who seek दिन की पहली रोटी हम कैसे खाएंगे. And there are 12,000 people, let's say average, जो रात में सोते हैं लेकिन सुबह जगते नहीं हैं. अगर हम इनमें से नहीं हैं, this is really a very good morning to everyone. So put up some energy there. Okay, a very good morning to everyone. Good, it looks like. So I am Ashish, I am heading the HR function at DCM Shriram Industries Limited. We are into the sugar, we are into the IMFL, country liquor, ethanol, rectified spirit, and we are also into the specialty sugar like demerara sugar, sugar cubes, sachet you might have heard of. So while going through the different slides, I will brief you about the organization, and I will majorly focus on what we look at the different freshers when we come across for the campus recruitment or for the freshers to select for. Okay, Dorala Sugar Works. This is our operational unit located at Meerut. This is a unit of DCM Shriram Industries Limited. DCM Shriram actually is a conglomerate which formed years back in 1889. So we have a legacy of more than 130 years, 35 years. They got demerged into the different section. Right now I am from the DSIL, that's one of the section, DCM Shriram Industries Limited. You may get confused, sometimes there are other organizations named DSL, DSCL, Usha Shriram, all those things, different verticals. But this is DCM Shriram Industries Limited. The logo is shown at the right top corner of the slide. The operational unit is Dorala Sugar Works. This is an integrated plant of sugar cogeneration and distillery division. Sugar means specialty sugar and the normal formal sugar method. We are also into the distillery division also has, the ethanol production. You all know that ethanol is one of the most hailed product nowadays, getting it blended with the petroleum and all those things. So years back actually, when the sugar industry was getting involved, this is, revolutionary, development, when we see that ethanol means something which is blended into petrol is brought from the field, sugarcane field. So not only for the growers and for the community related to the industry, this was a leverage, fetching us the edge over the nation's economy. We happen to import, suppose you happen to import 100 liters of petroleum, now you need to import only 80 or 90 liters of. So this is a vital, revolution. I'll get into that further. So Dorala Sugar Works has a rich history, spanning over, it was formed, this particular plant was formed in 1932, and we have 93 plus years of operations right now. We started with 500 tons per day capacity. The sugar unit, the production capacity is that is termed as tons crushing per day, TCD. So we started with 500 TCD. Right now we are at 12,500 TCD capacity. We are further enhancing it to 13,000 TCD right from this crushing season. It's a modern, to the date technology plant, a very efficient plant. We have a good name across the sugar industry. It's located in the richest sugar belt of the UP. This is made at Muzaffarnagar, Biznor. This is known as Saharanpur. This is known as richest sugar belt. The total cultivating area, CLA, we call it CLA, cultural land area, that is 38,000 in our zone. Out of the 38,000 hectare, we have 97% cane intensity. So about 36,000 plus hectare is used for the cane cultivation. So richest belt. Not only quantity, but also in the terms of the quality. This is the richest belt, sugar belt. We are into that. Operational efficiencies. So actually we into we had been over the years. We happened to upgrade our processes, different equipments, automations, state-of-art technology. We were awarded with the Energy Conservation Award. We are into the energy conservation. That's one of the major call for the nation also, and we are into that. D. Shamshiram is also known for infrastructural upgrade, technological integration with the different institutions, be it ICAMSA. You know ICAMSA. ICAMSA is the International Council for Uniform Method of Sugar Analysis. I'll let you know. So this is one of the body. You might have seen the sugar is decided by formal sugar is decided by two different factors. One is color and second is green. Color is measured, the unit of measuring the color is ICAMSA. So lower the ICAMSA level means brighter the sugar crystals are there. The brighter the sugar crystals means sugar is a hygroscopic, has a hygroscopic quality. So इसके moisture contents की गुंजाइश उतनी कम हो जाती है, उतनी देर से होती है. तो ICAMSA is one of the measure, वो उससे हमारा tie up है. और safety and compliances, हमारी वर्क सेफ्टी, वर्कर्स की सेफ्टी जो काम कर रहे हैं उस पर तमाम हमारे फोकस रहते हैं और उसमें तमाम इंटरवेंशंस हैं. बिकॉज हमारी जो मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट है वो इंस्टीट्यूशनल सेल्स को जाते हैं. 80% of our product is sold to the institution, and we are selling it to Parley, Coke, PepsiCo, Hinge. We are also New Flower, Hindustan Unilever. बहुत सारे हैं, हर साल 2-3 नए जुड़ते रहते हैं. और स्पेशलिटी शुगर में भी कैफ़े कॉफ़ी डे की पैकिंग हमारे यहाँ होती है. और यू माइट हैव सीन दैट दोराला शुगर क्यूब्स, दोराला शेशे जो होरेका में आप देखते हैं, इस किस्म के शेशे भी बहुत जगह दिखते होंगे दोराला शुगर के नाम से. तो इन सभी सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ ये होता है कि दे हैव स्टिंजेंट ऑडिट मेथडोलॉजी. आफ्टर दैट ऑडिट ओनली आवर इंस्टीट्यूशन गेट्स क्वालिफाइड टू सप्लाई देम. So for their audit sake also and for our cultural sake also, that's these things, if actually technology upgradation, safety, these things are very intensively monitored there. We also, if actually social compliances audit hoti hain. Coke typically, SMETA, you might have heard of the SEDEX membership. SMETA ki audit hoti hai, 4.0 pillars and 6.0 pillars, very stringent audit. So social compliance and all those things, I mean, different laws, different statutes, rules and regulation, different references are being audited there intensively. And then only we get qualified for that. So raw material, sugar, the basic thing that the industry start with the raw material, the sugar cane जो हमारा होता है, उसकी quality and quantity, that is one of the measures. If actually, a lot of things depend upon the climatic condition and whether they are. But still, there are certain things which are controllable at our hand, and a lot of endeavors are going across the year factually to develop the plant, to keep them protected, to get the more yield of that. You know that nowadays, cities, urban area बढ़ता जा रहा है. Dorala sugar जो हमारा plant है, this is just beside the highway. सो अर्बनाइजेशन का इम्पैक्ट ये आ रहा है कि हमारी एक्स एंड वाई एक्सिस कम हो रही हैं जगह. So the only thing to survive is to work on the Z axis. So a lot of R&D activities, there are institutions, government institutions, UPC, SR, Sugarcane Research Institute है, IISR लखनऊ में है, कोयम्बटूर है, जलंधर है, बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं जो लगातार वेराइटल डेवलपमेंट्स और प्लांट प्रोटेक्शंस के अपने इनिशिएटिव्स लेते रहते हैं. नेशनल शुगर इंस्टीट्यूट है, बहुत सारे नए नए इनोवेशंस और नए नए अपने रिसर्च वर्क्स उनके आते रहते हैं. तो वो एक ऐसी चीज़ है क्योंकि अब ये केवल इंडस्ट्री का मसला नहीं है. एक शुगर इंडस्ट्री से समवेयर 50,000 ग्रोवर्स जुड़े होते हैं रफली, बता रहा हूँ एवरेजली. अक्रॉस द यूपी देयर 125 इंडस्ट्रीज सेटअप्स. एक एक प्लांट से 50,000 ग्रोवर्स जुड़ने का मतलब हो गया कि कितने लोग जुड़े हुए हैं. केवल ग्रोवर्स की बात अगर मैं करूँ, एम्प्लॉइज एंड अदर स्टेक होल्डर्स, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स, वेंडर्स, ट्रांसपोर्टर्स, वो अलग से. सो शुगर यूनिट जो होती है वो एक आपकी उस जोन की, उस एरिया की, उस स्टेट की इकोनॉमी में बहुत बड़ा मायने रखती है. नॉट ओनली इकोनॉमी बट सोशल फाइबर्स में भी बहुत सारा मायने रखती है. सो इसलिए उस पर बहुत सारे फोकस चलते हैं. उनको सर्वाइव कराना, उनको स्टैंड कराना, वो करना है. सब तो गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से भी आते हैं. हमारे लिए भी ज़रूरी होता है कि इसकी सस्टेनेंस बनी रहे. आज की डेट में मैंने आपको बताया नए डेवलपमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, पॉलीलैक्टिक एसिड्स आ रही हैं आपकी. इवन NSI ने एक नए R&D में रिसर्च आउट किया है उन्होंने कि डॉक्टर नरेंद्र मोहन अग्रवाल थे वहाँ पे, उनका रिसर्च है कि इवन जो शुगर का, जो उसको आप खोई बोलते हो, उसे हम बगास बोलते हैं, जो उसके फाइबर बचे होते हैं, उससे डिटर्जेंट तक डेवलप किए जा सकते हैं. जो डिस्पोजेबल आपके ये प्लेट्स हैं ये होती हैं इनकी, तो इनका तो यूज़ है ही है. प्लाईवुड्स बनते हैं आपके, इसके जो प्रेसमेड हैं उसका इस्तेमाल हो रहा है आपके ब्रिक्स एंड बाकी कंबस्शंस में इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, जिसके दूसरे वो निकल के आते हैं. तो ये बहुत वाइडर स्कोप देने वाली इंडस्ट्री है. इस पर बहुत सारे फोकस गवर्नमेंट के रहते हैं, बहुत सारे फोकस हमारी इंडस्ट्री और डिफरेंट रेगुलेटरी भी रहते हैं. R&D के बहुत सारे फोकस रहते हैं. और इसको सस्टेन कराना, इसको लगा मतलब साथ में लेके चलना, ये इसलिए बहुत सारी वो रहती हैं. तो उन सब के बीच में आई मीन जो फार्मिंग है, टेक्नोलॉजी है, उसके ऊपर लगातार वर्क चलता रहता है. आवर इंडस्ट्री, DCM श्रीराम एंड Dorala Sugar Works is one of the pioneer in that. So as I told, variety development, seed distribution to the farmers and field demonstration. बहुत सारे नए नए किस्म के आपके जो इरिगेशंस और प्लांटेशन की मेथडोलॉजी आती हैं उनके, दैट इज किसान मित्र कम्युनिटी, वी शो देम द डेमो प्लॉट्स क्योंकि आप इतने लोग हमने कम्युनिटी बनाई, उनके बीच में हम डेमो करके हम उसको प्रोपोगेट करते हैं. दिस इज द वे दैट यू कैन डू एंड गेट बेटर गेन आउट ऑफ दिस कल्टिवेशन और ऑल दोज थिंग्स. सो डिफरेंट अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स, मैगजीन्स, पॉम्फलेट्स, वॉल लाइटिंग, ग्रोवर्स के बीच में ये सारी एक्टिविटीज़ चलती रहती हैं. सस्टेनेबिलिटी इनिशिएटिव, वन ऑफ द मेजर कॉल नाउअडेज. सिर्फ एक्चुअली वाटर कंजर्वेशन, ग्राउंड वाटर डिस्चार्ज कम से कम हो, इसके लिए कोशिश है. शुगर प्रोसेसिंग में जो शुगर का अपना, जो गन्ने का अपना जो होता है, उसमें अच्छा खासा परसेंटेज वाटर कंटेंट्स होता है. हम लोग उसको रीयूज करते हैं प्रोसेस करके ATPs के जरिए से. वेस्ट रिडक्शंस होते हैं, उसके ऊपर चलता है. रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सिर्फ एक्चुअली वी यूज़ द बगास जो होता है, उसका जो बाई प्रोडक्ट होता है, उसको हम कोजनरेशन में इस्तेमाल करते हैं. वी हैव द कैपेसिटी ऑफ 80.4 मेगावाट कोजनरेशन. वी यूज़ इट विद इन हाउस, विद इन आवर कॉलोनीज, एंड वी सेल इट टू द UPPCL. Quality control and quality assurance, this is another major focus. As I happen to told that, as I happen to tell, we are into the major selling to the institutional buyers like Coke, PepsiCo, Hindustan Unilever, Parle Agro. So they are very stringent on the qualities and all those things factually. So we too have the different state of art R&D lab come institution. We also have Shriram Institution here at Delhi, Kent, and we actually have the different interventions coming out of there, different analysis coming out of there. There are the institutions also across the India who are into that. Analyzing different domains of the quality. So we are also having tie-up with them. So it's a continual process, but for the DCM Shriram, the Rolla Sugar Box, we are at par, the pioneer in leading the quality. And that's the reason that we are having 80% of our product being sold to the different pioneer institutions. Industry certification, we are into the ISOs, FSSC, kosher, एंड हलाल सर्टिफिकेशन, इस बहुत सारे सर्टिफिकेशन होते हैं. इसमें पीरियडिकली इनकी अपनी इंटरवेंशन होती हैं, इनके सस्टेनेंस ऑडिट होती हैं, इनके एक्सटेंशन के लिए ऑडिट्स होती हैं. वो सारी चीज़ें हमारी प्रोसेस में रहती हैं. कॉन्टिन्यूअल इंप्रूवमेंट इज़ अनदर प्रोसेस जो हम हमेशा चैलेंज करते हैं. एक प्रोसेस होती है जिसके ज़रिए हम अपने पिछले बेंचमार्क को चैलेंज करते हैं, उसको फिर वापस उसको कैसे किया जा सकता है, इस पर R&D, इस पर लगातार इंटरवेंशन चलती रहती हैं. तो ये एक प्रोसेस है जो मैं बताना चाहता था. फ्यूचर प्लान हमारा है कि कैपेसिटी एनहांसमेंट, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, रिसेंटली अभी हम 12,500 से 13,000 की हम कैपेसिटी एनहांसमेंट में है. वी विल स्टार्टिंग आवर प्लांट जस्ट आफ्टर द दीपावली, प्रोबेबली विद द फुल कैपेसिटी ऑफ 13,000 प्लस TCD per day. Product diversification, we are also into the research, as I happen to tell. You might have heard of that Balrampur Chini Mill have started a plant, is going to start a plant of PLA. So this is a new innovation actually, product diversification, polylactic acid. We are also, say factually, I happen to tell that NSI happened to do the R&D and drive a conclusion that we can drive detergent product from the bagasse itself. So a number of different things that are going on factually. As I happen to tell that this is one of the focus that we need to sustain this industry. We need to sustain it for the economy of the nation, for the economy of the state, and for also the socio-economy and socio-political reasons. You all know that sugarcane is a semi-political crop. It's governed by, the different bodies there. So the price of sugar and price of the sugarcane both are partially controlled by the government. So we have certain limitations here. Within those limitations, if we don't do the R&D and innovation work, we are not going to sustain it. Different other factors, as I happen to say, the urbanization is creeping in, and we have to develop some new innovation every time to sustain with the time. The total consumption of the India is 293 MNT as of now, and it increases by 2.5% every year because of the population and all those things. Our production sometimes goes above the 320, 330 MNT. We have the reserve, so we have to decide between what to produce, how to produce, how much to divert for the ethanol, so as to sustain, so as to cope up with the given economical structure by the government. Different policies, different regulation. So there are a number of things which are governing and regulating it. Within those things, if we don't do the R&D and innovation work, we have the question on sustenance. So we are into the strategic partnership. Recently, you know that factually one of the major and one of the leading, sugar producer, sugar millers of the Asia, Mitropol, happened to visit Dorala to see our state-of-art technology and processes there. Mitropol delegation, their owner, their directors, they happened to visit last month. So we have Dorala is an attractive brand across the sugar industry, across the Asia, across the world. We have the sustainability initiative also, and expanding our reach across the different products and different borders. We are into the within the given policy regulation, we are into the export also. We are the leading exporter among sugar brands within the given regulations and government norms. So this was how the DCM Shriram or the Roller Sugar was. Now coming to your parts, if actually this is my major call, says Pushpita ma'am, happened to tell you have to focus on this. What HR looks into a person as a utility. How a human becomes a resource. So we look at knowledge, skill, and attitude. See, if I phrase this narrative differently, how the work is done. if I say it negatively, how the work is not done. काम कैसे होता है या काम कैसे नहीं हो सकता है. काम नहीं हो सकता और मैं काम नहीं करूँगा, काम नहीं होगा. I cannot do the work, I will not do the work. These are two different parts. I cannot do the work because I am not trained on this, I don't have the adequate knowledge of the work. This is one part. You ask me, go and drive a electric train there, I cannot. Even though I am willing to drive, I cannot because I am not trained on that. काम नहीं होगा. Now, second thing is that even though I know it, I will not do it. फिर भी काम नहीं होगा. ऐसा है, ऐसा ही है. तो हम दोनों पार्ट को देखते हैं. इफ काम नहीं कर सकता इज इंपॉर्टेंट, काम नहीं करूंगा इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट. काम नहीं कर सकता बिकॉज आई डो नॉट हैव द नॉलेज एंड स्किल, एंड काम नहीं करूंगा इज एटीट्यूड. एटलीस्ट एटीट्यूड कॉल्स मी फॉर 50% ऑफ द कॉल. दैट काउंट्स टू 50% ऑफ द कॉल. बावजूद इसके कि मैं जानता हूं मैं काम नहीं कर सकता, नहीं करूंगा, होता है. सो HR एज ए यूटिलिटी जब देखता है किसी फ्रेशर्स को, किसी भी रिसोर्स को, तो हम दोनों चीज़ों को देखते हैं. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ नॉलेज ही हैज़, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्किल ही हैज़, एंड व्हाट इज एटीट्यूड. And there are a number of ways to look at that attitude and knowledge and skills. Factually, there are a number of psychometric tests to judge this attitude and behavior. So going into the call, a prospective candidate from the food technology or microbiology, what we look at in the food industry. You all go, come across, you study the different subjects: food chemistry, microbiology, food engineering, preservation, packaging, and regulation. That's good. Factually, you know the concept, you can apply it. Whether you can apply it, whether this is mocked up or it is conceived. Okay, this is one of the part that we will be looking at. So do you really understand what is written in the definition and behind the definition what it calls for? What is written as a concept, do you conceive the concept and get it applied anywhere for the different role, for the different situation there, for the different calls there. So knowledge is one part, and the skill. What is skill? Can anyone please? How it is different than the knowledge? Pardon?
Can you please stand up?
Yeah, ability to apply knowledge. Application of knowledge is a skill. Why do we look at the skill? What is the need? And what kind of skills to look at? For the different roles, different layers, different levels, we look at the different kind of skills. Why? A communication, I call for communication skill for one who is into the public relation dealing, and communication for the role who is into, drafting and office superintendent sort of thing. It's totally different call. It looks communication skill, totally different call. Indicators for the one who is into public dealing is different than the indicators for the one who is into the office superintendent role. So different role, different hierarchy has a different call. You ask me, say we all read it, potential energy is equal to mgh, is that? I'm weak in science. If I am not wrong, just correct me. Potential energy is equal to mgh and kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Is that? So this is the knowledge. An application is that you have a lot of stones or bricks to be broken into the pieces. आप एक लेबर को बुलाते हो, आप उससे कहते हो mgh, मास, हाइट एंड ग्रेविटी. पोटेंशियल एनर्जी को हाफ mv स्क्वायर में बदल दो, जोर से इसको पीटो सो दैट पत्थर टूट जाए. ये आपके इतने बड़े पत्थर का चट्टा बना हुआ है, इसको तोड़ करके बिल्कुल इसको क्या कहते हैं, इसे कंक्रीट बना दो, बजली बना दो. जिसको बताते हो आप नहीं, और जिसको बताया है ना, आई एम सॉरी, एवरीवन इज इंजीनियर और टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड का, उससे अगर आप बोलोगे तो वो हथौड़ा उठा के अपने हथौड़े पे, इस पे अंगूठे पे मारेगा और पट्टी बांध के किनारे हो जाएगा. So different roles. Say we don't need to teach a Mazdoor MGH at half MV square. That's not my need. But when we call for an engineer, okay, derive कि कैसे इसमें इसकी क्या compressive strength है, क्या इसकी tensile strength है, कैसे इसकी हथौड़े की डिज़ाइन में मैं चेंज करूँ, कि उसमें डिज़ाइन में चेंज करूँ, क्या कंपोजिशन होना चाहिए इसके मटेरियल का. जब वो एनालिसिस की जरूरत होगी तो मुझे हाफ MV स्क्वायर MGH की जरूरत है. इज इट? ऐसा नहीं कि वो पढ़ना बेकार था, मैंने भी 9th में पढ़ा था, बहुत कम नंबर आए थे मेरे. तो ऐसा नहीं था कि वो पढ़ना बेकार था, लेकिन एप्लीकेशन किस चीज़ की कहाँ पे है ये मुझे सोचना पड़ेगा. और यही चीज़ होती है जो HR देखता है कि आपको किस रोल के लिए ले रहा हूँ मैं, किस लेवल पे ले रहा हूँ, मुझे आपको आइंदा कराना क्या है, आई मीन काम कैसे होगा, काम कैसे कर सकते हो आप, उसको इंटीग्रेट करना, उसको कंपाइल करना. दिस वाज नॉट द कॉल. सो फॉर द फ्रेशर, आप सभी ऑलमोस्ट ऑल फ्रेशर, ऑल फ्रेशर, ओके. आपने साइकिल चलानी सीखी थी कभी? एवरीवन? कैसे सीखी थी? आई एम टेकिंग टाइम. ओके, जब मैंने साइकिल चलानी सीखी थी, मेरे ख्याल से सभी ने ऐसे सीखी होगी. कोई अंकल या कोई बड़े भाई साहब या कोई बड़ा फ्रेंड या कोई ऐसा जो जानता रहा होगा, उसने साइकिल को दोनों तरफ से पकड़ा था, यू नो, एंड ही प्रमोटेड मी, ओ पेडल अप, पेडल अप, पेडल अप. और मैं बहुत डर के हाफ पेडल मारता था पहले, वो भी बड़ी मुश्किल से. फिर उसने और मुझे प्रमोट किया, ओ पेडल अप, कुछ नहीं होगा, मैं पकड़ रखा हूँ. मैंने उसके भरोसे से पेडल किया. इट वॉज माई ट्रस्ट ऑन हिम, मैं पेडल किया. एंड धीरे 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 पेडल करते उसने आगे के हैंडल छोड़ दी, पीछे के पकड़ के चलता रहा, दौड़ता रहा मेरे साथ, कैरियर या सीट को पकड़ के दौड़ता रहा. देन उसने सीट को भी छोड़ दिया, लेकिन मेरे साथ पूरा राउंड में घूमता रहा. फिर वो खड़ा हो गया, मैं यहाँ पे खड़ा हूँ, वहाँ तक जाके आओ, मैं देखता हूँ. फिर वो जो भी आपके डॉग्स एंड कैट्स बीच में मिले या कोई पत्थर मिला, गड्ढा मिला, 1-2 बार गिरे भी, हमने भी बैंडेड लगाया, इंजेक्शन लगाया और साइकिल सीख गए. आप सोचो अगर साइकिल छोड़ी नहीं होती तो क्या मैं साइकिल सीख पाता? कभी नहीं सीख पाता. आप सीख पाते? तो ये जो कैंपस टू कॉर्पोरेट का जो एक मेजर वो होता है, नॉज होता है, वो ये है कि अब आपकी साइकिल छोड़ दी जाएगी. अगर नहीं छोड़ेंगे तो आप कभी भी लायक नहीं बनेंगे. लायक बनने के लिए ज़रूरी है, समटाइम्स यू विल गेट हर्ट, सम बैंडेड, सम इंजेक्शन, जितने कम लगे उतनी अच्छी बात है, लेकिन ये होगा. ठीक है. अभी कमिंग टू द पॉइंट, what kind of skills we look at the different candidate. We look at the execution skill. That's the first thing that you will be starting at before going into the different analytics. The first thing is that you have to show the execution, जो आपको बोला गया है. It's a linearly controlled function. I told you, do this, go and do this. That's all. Nothing exponential. ठीक है. While doing this, you will generate the different ideas, different conceptions, and you can discuss it. So ideation is again, we will be looking at. Analytical. As an engineer, the first thing that we'll look at, even while querying you to your knowledge, your subjects, that आपकी analytics कैसी है? Sometimes हम situation reaction test या आपके कोई BEIs में चले आते हैं, हम different methodology use करते हैं, जिसके ज़रिए पता करते हैं कि how good you are at analytics. एक मेजर रोल जो मैंने बोला, अभी जब आप कैंपस में से कॉर्पोरेट में आते हो तो यू हैव द डिफरेंट टीम्स वर्किंग अराउंड यू. आई मीन देयर आर सर्टेन पीपल हु आर पियर्स टू यू, देयर आर सर्टेन सीनियर्स, जूनियर, क्रॉस फंक्शनल टीम, डिफरेंट फंक्शन. इंजीनियरिंग भी होगा उसमें, कॉमर्स भी होगा, हमारे ऐसे HR वाले भी होंगे 2-1. हाउ डू यू कोलैबोरेट एंड कम्युनिकेट विद देम? दिस इज वन ऑफ द मेजर थिंग, बिकॉज यू आर द लर्नर टू स्टार्ट विद. So the first thing is that how do you collaborate and communicate being humble but being firm? Not to compromise with the firmness. That's one of the things that I will be looking at. The presentation, sometimes presentation means You have the different details and data before you. How do you integrate those data and details to form a particular conclusion or get some information there? And how do you present it? That's one of the skill. IT savvy nowadays, we are into the almost every organization is the SAP and ERP. Nowadays the prompt engineering, artificial intelligence, chat, GPTs, and all those things are coming up. That if you are savvy, good enough. Attitudinal point of view, we will be looking at the physical and mental agility, your sharpness. We'll be also looking at your proactive approach, that you focus on the solution, that you have the empathetical understanding between the different stakeholders. You don't jump into the conclusion. Instead, you take time, ponder on, and then conclude it. So the basic difference between the response and reaction is this. The situation comes to you, you revert it back immediately. That is reaction. Okay. So situation comes to you, you take time, your pondering switch on, and then you respond it. There's the difference. So we would look to see you that how do you act at a different situation. And it is actually very, very common. Within very first 5 minutes, एक इंटरव्यूअर ये पहचान लेता है कि आप किस कंपोजिशन की हो, एंड देन ही वैलिडेट्स इट. और समटाइम्स आपको आपके डिस्कम्फर्ट जोन में फेंकता है. ठीक है, आपको कंफर्ट को रिगेन करना होता है. यू हैव सीन दैट बायोंसी वर्ड किसी ने सुना है? बायोंसी, यू हैव सीन दैट पीवी संधू प्लेइंग बैडमिंटन शटल्स. व्हाट डज शी डू? शी गोज देयर, टेक द शटल एंड कम बैक टू द मिडल immediately. So that the next shuttle may come right back or left back, कहीं भी आती है, आगे आती है, पीछे आती है, बगल में आती है. She is ready to do that. This buoyancy, you will be disturbed. You will be disturbed. Don't think, say अगर रोड खाली होती है मैं ड्राइविंग कभी नहीं सीख पाता. You will be disturbed. You will be put up into the discomfort. This is you to regain your comfort. Is that? Okay, I think I've done. Anything?
So
We'll take a question answer session. So the second thing is that your career with the DCM Shriram or something. I'll just brief it in a couple of lines. See, we look at say our CEO happened to join us in 1989. See, he's there for last 36 years plus. So DCM is known for the longer tenure. But for me as an HR, it's not the longevity of tenure, it's also longevity along with the productivity. Then it counts to me. So if you are productive, if you are of utility, you have sky as the limit. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable insights about the sugar industry and the career guidance that you have given to all the freshers present here to how to become a prospective candidate. Now I would like to extend a warm welcome and invite Ms. Charu Gosain from LT Foods to deliver her presentation. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
So good morning, everyone. So it's just a pleasure to see you all, the young minds, the fresh minds, and the curious minds of food technology sitting here. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you so much for your time to come down in the morning. As Puspita said, like it's a Saturday morning, you all are here. So we can see the zeal to make your careers brighter future in the coming years. So just to introduce myself, so I'm Charu. I'm from LT Foods. I have close to 15 years of experience. When I see this room, I justly connect. Like I was also one of the time, like 15 years back, sitting on these chairs, looking for the companies, listening to the companies, what exactly they look at, and there's a change which is happening. I'm sitting here. I'm here and addressing people what exactly we look in the companies. So I'm from LT Foods, lead talent. I look for talent practices there. A company which actually nurture goodness, nurture people, and we truly, truly believe people are our strength, right? And that's how we build culture, we empower people over there. So LT Foods, we as LT Foods and as a LT Food member and a family member, we truly believe food is not a it's not something we eat. It's just a emotion, it's just a culture, and it's a tradition. And we truly believe that, and that's how we are evolving over like a 80 years old company and the strong legacy we have built up over a 80 years now. So not taking much time, I just quickly brief you what LT Foods is all about, what exactly we do, what brands, power brands we have, and then I'll just take you the journey what exactly how a campus to corporate program look like and what exactly we do and we look at when we go to the campus and for the hiring of freshers over there, right? So small one snippet. We are a 70 years old company. We have brands like Dawat, Royal, and we are a food FMCG. We are a Dawat, Royal, Golden Star, 817 Elephant, Eco Life Heritage. We have a 5 years revenue CAGR of 16%. We have a 5 years PAT CAGR of 21%. We have presence in 80 plus countries now. We have a lot of product portfolio expansion since last 80 years. We have a state of the art technologies. We have a digital intervention automation. We have a lot of automated manufacturing plants across India. We have market capitalization of 16,500 plus crores, and we are driving sustainability initiatives across our value chain. So this is a legacy in more than 7 decades. We started somewhere 1950s. We got public in 1990s. We entered into US market, then to the Europe, then to the Middle East. Now in Saudi Arabia, we are in UK, and we are India, of course. This is an Indian food FMCG. So we have global presence in UK, US, Middle East, Europe, India, Saudi, uh, so they have in these countries we have our own legal entities there. We have close to this is our 10 years financial highlights. We are growing with a growth of 21%, 22% from last 5 years. We are now 8,800. Proudly, we are saying we are a 8,800 crore company. Last year we closed our top line on 8,800 crore approximately. Shah Rukh Khan, I'm just showing you recently, our brand ambassador is Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, I assume and I hope that you have seen Shah Rukh Khan in our ads in like past few months now. Um, just to give a background, generally LT Foods is known with the name of Dawat, but it's not Dawat only. We have a lot of power brands. We are a food FMCG. We have a very diversified portfolio, but surely around rice and the supplementary categories of rice only. So we are most loved brands are Dawat. That is in India, very famous brand. Most of you have used in your houses Dawat rice and various categories of Dawat rice. Royal, it's in a North America. We are we are a leader in North America. We have more than 60% of share in North America with the name of Royal. Heritage basmati rice. This is a regionally strong basmati rice. This is a regional categories we also have. Golden Star. This is the jasmine rice brand again in USA, but we have recently launched in India too with the Dawat jasmine rice brand. Indus Valley is a name which we entered in the Middle East. We acquired this Indus Valley brand, and this is very much there in the Middle East. We have our own office in Dubai. We have own office in Saudi Arabia too. And we are also entering into the Hungary too. Rosanna is again a Middle East brand for us. We are in Canada with the brand name Elephant. We have Devaya, which is in Middle East and India. This is again a staple brand for us. This is another Hadil long grain everyday basmati rice. This is all rice brands for us. Importantly, it is very important to understand we are not into the rice category only. We have also our organic arm, which is with the name of Eco Life. We are into the B2B model of this. We are into the US again. Again, we are into the Europe with the Nature Biofoods brand. This is an organic arm, different entity, but it's in the umbrella of LT Foods only. This is again ready to heat and ready to cook category. Dawat brown rice, Dawat red rice, and Dawat biryani kits. This is our ready to cook categories where we say that we have also Royal Ka in US, a lot of ready to cook, ready to heat categories. अगर आपने कभी इंडिगो में ट्रैवल किया हो तो ट्रैवल किया होगा एंड आपने कारी कारी इज अ जापानीज जेवी विद अस वी मैन्युफैक्चर स्नैक्स राइस बेस्ड स्नैक्स again with the Japanese ka number one chain Kameda we have a JV and we are manufacturing kari kari here and this is again LT Foods. What define us? So these are broad points which define us as LT Foods. We have most loved brands. We are on a sustainable growth. We are growing in a double digits from past 5 years now. We believe product innovation. If you want to sustain in the market, if you want to grow in the market, you need to be innovative. You need to come up with the solutions, and you need to. FMCG is actually a very fast-paced industry. You have to innovate very continuously with the changing needs of preferences, right? We have an integrated supply chain, integrated business models. We have a culture of ownership. We have a excellence in operations. We believe we are continuously evolving in our plants, in our corporate, in our front delivery organization. We invest in innovation. We build the culture of innovation through various initiatives. We have a stakeholder value creation. We truly believe that if LT has to grow, it should be creating value for all the stakeholders around us. So stakeholders could be anyone, internal, external, everyone, right? You understand stakeholders? Right, including consumers, our vendors, our supply chain partners, our employees. We believe that there should be value creation. That's how we take people along with us. And we believe, and ethical business practice is the foundation for us. We integrate is something we truly believe in and we truly abide by in day-to-day operations, right? Um, Again, people and culture is something which is very close to me, and I become excited while presenting these slides here. We are a global manpower of 6,500 plus employee strength globally. We have 58% millennials and Gen Z now. So you see the level of freshers we hire in the organization now. We have a very diverse and inclusive culture. We have blend of ambition. We have with experience, right? Just to build on that, every year, close to not food technologists per se, but across, we go to tier one like ISBs and IITs. We also go to NIFTIM. We also go to a lot of other symbiosis, and closely, we end up hiring close to 70 to 80 people every year. We pooled into our workforce as a campus hire program. And we vouch for hiring freshers, building freshers, and nurturing talent for the future, right? Inclusion, we are a equal opportunity employer. We do not differentiate between any race, ethnicity, culture, gender, for that matter. Proudly we are proudly it is proudly we say that we are a GPTW certified company from past 6 years now. It's the sixth year for us. We are GPTW certified since you. So GPTW is a certification which conducts a audit or a survey, understand how we are good at people and culture practices, right? And they certify you that this is a certified company, which is a certification probably for the people and culture practices and good cultural practices, right? People and culture in LT as a HR, we believe on the good model. Okay, what good model is all about? We truly believe growing with purpose. जो भी हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आए उसके पास एक पर्पस होना चाहिए एंड दैट पर्पस शुड बी अलाइंड विद द बिजनेस so that if business grow, the individual should also grow, right? We aligned individual priorities, personal priorities with the business priorities. That is, you find a purpose, and it's a study and its research shows that when you have a purpose, you grow tremendously and your business also grows, right? We believe in giving equal opportunities to the people who join us with the accountability. We हम रिसोर्सेज देते हैं बट एट द सेम टाइम वी बिल्ड अकाउंटेबिलिटी कल्चर कि आप अकाउंटेबल हो टू ड्राइव दैट पीस, राइट? तो इसके लिए भी देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इंटरवेंशन लाइक अ PMS, लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स विच वी डू. Open and inclusive culture. We have a very open culture. We have a open door policy. Very inclusive. मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला था कि we are equal opportunity employer. Inclusive culture. We have people across India, across different genders, across cultures, and we do not differentiate between them. And we are and हम embrace करते हैं diversity and inclusivity को. right? And LT is an organization where you need not to think twice to go to the MD's office and talk about any idea, right? And we are open to the idea, and we believe that the ideas can come from anywhere and from anyone. Delight in doing. Ultimately, we are committed to make people happy. Nurturing people, हमारा nurturing goodness is a tagline, and HR में भी बोलते हैं we are nurturing people. ओके सो वी बिलीव हम जो भी कर रहे हैं उसमें हमें खुश होना वी देर शुड बी हैप्पीनेस क्वेश्चन इन इट व्हेन यू आर हैप्पी यू आर प्रोडक्टिव यू आर एंगेज्ड राइट सो दिस इज हमारी जितना भी एच आर प्रैक्टिसेस है पीपल प्रैक्टिसेस है कल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस है लीडरशिप प्रैक्टिसेस दैट रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड दिस 4 पिलर्स गुड मॉडल. This is something which I just wanted to give you how our career moves. We have band A, band B, band C, band D. अगर कोई हमें फ्रेशर ज्वाइन करता है वो ए बैंड में करता है देन वो मूव बी बैंड में मूव करता है देन वो सी एंड दीज लाइक अ सी सूट पीपल. There is a what we do, what we see, there should be a performance, there should be a potential. And LT में 50% of the leadership has grown in the organization, has taken the C-suite roles. More than 50, I think. It's like a 60% of the people. जब भी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है इनफैक्ट द इंटरनेशनल रोल्स टू लाइक यूके की टीम जो बिल्ड हुई इन लास्ट कपल ऑफ ईयर्स 50% ऑफ द लीडरशिप हैड गॉन फ्रॉम इंडिया. सिमिलर यूएस के अपने कुछ चैलेंजेस रहते हैं बट सिमिलरली फॉर यूरोप सिमिलरली फॉर मिडल ईस्ट जब भी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है वी इवैल्यूएट इंटरनली इन केस वी डोंट फाइंड द राइट टैलेंट देन वी गो इन एक्सटर्नली. वी ट्रूली कमिटेड टू बिल्ड इंटरनल टैलेंट. If not find the right internal talent, then we go to the external talent. So this is the philosophy we believe in from top to down. Okay, how we build talent, how we build capability. We have a LT University concept. We provide an ecosystem. We provide that flexibility. जो भी LT foods में आए, that has the resources to learn and continuous learn. Right? We have Leadership Academy, we have Business Skills Academy, we have a manufacturing sales, LT competency program, and LT Learno Space. Learno Space is the ELMS we have where people can go learn 24 into 7, 400 plus courses. You can learn at your own pace, right? Leadership competencies is a very important slide for us. The entire hiring, lateral plus campus is built on this competency structure. We जैसे अभी my fellow colleague has said that कि knowledge, skills and attitude, we see that. Similarly, same practice generally it falls under across the organization. We see knowledge, we see skills, and we see the attitude. And attitude is something which is getting very popular these days. If you have the right attitude in place, you can build knowledge, you can build skill. If there is no attitude, there is no knowledge, then the knowledge and skill is no more relevant for us, right? So these are the competencies we judge at various level of campus hiring programs. So I don't talk for the lateral hiring since you guys are all freshers here. इस competencies पे हम check करते हैं with the different tools and techniques at the different levels of the entire process. Through GD sometimes, group discussions, through psychometric assessments, through interviews, through behavioral interviews, right? So like a 4-5 steps for us in the campus hiring program. And we actually evaluate the potential of an employee or the candidate on these pillars, right? Then we have a people and culture. There's a lot of recognition program, formal to informal. Then we have a Ember AI based tool. This is engagement we're talking about. We have AI in Employee Connect programs where LT Food colleague can directly connect with the AI, check on the quick check programs. And this is a technology we build in employee engagement and employee connect programs. It's not that we are just talking about employee engagement. We have gone one step ahead where we are saying that employee well-being is equally important to us, right? We have a Together We Create program. We have a psychologist with us. We have online resources. We have a comprehensive insurance policies. We do employee awareness programs every monthly basis on emotional, mental well-being, because we believe that if you are a healthy employee, you will contribute 2 times or 3 times more. This is the So we are not saying it. These are few freshers we have hired over the past 3 years. IMT Ghaziabad, ISB, MICA, and they has to say something about LT Foods. What exactly the three things which they talked about: culture, people, empowerment, and the learning they have learned in LT Foods, right? Some cherished moments like a training, Khana Khanana, Mandala Art, Kids Day, Wellness Stepathon, few things which we do year on year. So I just want to end my presentation here. You don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great. So it is the time when you have to start to be great. It's just a first step for you guys. Another piece like what मैंने कहीं कहीं टच किया है कि what we do, what we see while we go to the campuses, and we have a multi-layered step. It starts with the pre-placement talk. It's a GD, then it's a psychometric assessment on these competencies which I have talked about. Then we have a three rounds of interview. क्या important है? I'm just talking on this very as an HR professional here, not with respect to the LT Foods here. It's like a more like a how the industry is evolving and what industry looks like and how industry is looking at from the campus here. See, जब हम एक education institute में, for example, if I'm coming to the Food Technology Institute, your education is the foundation, right? ये तो होना ही चाहिए. This is the foundation you have built over a period of years now. अब foundation को कैसे grow करना है to the next level? ठीक है, ये तो हम मतलब आपका foundation तो इतना strong होना चाहिए so that you can grow like a tree, right? तो आपका studies तो इतना knowledge should be strong. उसमें तो कोई compromise है ही नहीं. उसमें तो there is no second thought about it. उसके बाद आता है कि attitude and skills, how you are building on your skills, how you are building on attitude, right? Three things very important. आप x plus 1, what you are bringing x plus 1 on the table, right? X is your education, plus 1 is what extra skills you are building up. Your We check a lot of things on attitude, the learning agility, how learning agile you are, how much efforts you want to put in an organization, how much passionate you are, how much you know trust we, and how much कहते हैं ना, ethical practices, how much integrity you carry in your operations. So these are the foundation behaviors we check when we come to the campuses. अगर हमें लगता है कि 60% you are through, तो वी बिलीव दैट कि 40% तो हम ट्रैवल करा ही लेंगे विद लॉट ऑफ इंटरवेंशंस, राइट? तो ये बेसिक तो even if it's LT Foods or any other organization, you have to work on that basics, right? So this is something which we look at. That's all. I mean, I'm open to the question in case you have certain questions around. Yeah, we would be happy to answer later, probably. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the amazing presentation and for nurturing goodness into the young minds through the valuable insights that you have shared with all of us today. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Piyush Kaushal, Head Customer Experience at Country Delight, to deliver his presentation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning. You're most welcome here, and I'm thankful to FICSI and the team for inviting Country Light here. So, as Devesh have already told you that my name Piyush Kaushal. I'm from Country Light. I'm taking care of the customer experience in Country Light. Yeah, although I'm from HR background, so I'm also a little involved in the HR activities. So initially, I'll give you the little bit about introduction about our company, when we have started, how we are doing, and at what level we are now. So Country Delight, as you might be aware of the Country Delight, it's a D2C, like direct to consumer company. We have started with the dairy products, like with the milk. So initially, around 10 years back, like 11 years back in 2014, our founders, Mr. Chakradhar Gade and Mr. Nitin Kaushal, they have come up with the idea that with this kind of process, like delivering fresh, unadulterated milk directly to the customer at their doorsteps. So yeah, we have started from Gurgaon initially. As because we all know that at that time, or at the present time also, uh, there is a lot of adulteration in the different food products, whether it's a milk, whether it's anything. So with that idea, like giving fresh, unadulterated products to the customer at their doorstep, because nowadays it's a like e-commerce kind of uh, time. So at that time, we have started with the application uh, through mobile application. Anyone can order the milk, and we deliver at their doorstep. So we are delivering fresh, unadulterated milk, or even all other products, especially milk, because we have started with the milk. So it's we are delivering a milk which is around 24 hours within the milking to their doorstep. It's a fresh milk without adulteration. We are testing a lot of kind of uh, tests. We are doing daily basis for the adulteration, for the any kind of, like, whether it's a nutrition test or etc. So we are doing all these things. So after that, definitely with the time, we have grown now. So still we are in the growing phase. So a little bit about the Country Delight. It's an that's platform where we deliver fresh, as I have already told you, the fresh milk and other products at your doorsteps with the reliable and affordable delivery. So this is the model. Like we generally we have different collection centers. We generally source milk and everything from directly from the farmers. So there is no middleman. So we directly collect the milk and other fresh, whether it's vegetables, everything from the farmers. We have different collection centers, as we have the presence in Pan India. So we have different collection center at different geographies. So we collect like fresh milk from there. We have our plant where we process milk. We pasteurize that, and we process, and we pack that at the 4-degree or temperature which suits generally for the packing. So, and after that we deliver early morning to the customers. Here is the natural and fresh back, like milking twice a day to the cattle, 100 plus tests every day, pasteurization and packing at the 4-degree centigrade, and early morning deliveries to the customers. This is the product range, different SKUs which we have right now. Initially, we have started with the 4-5 products in 2014. Now we have around 150 plus SKUs, and all are like fresh, unadulterated, without chemicals, without pesticides. This is the area or the cities where we are delivering. We have the presence. So almost 18 plus cities and different, and in 11 states we are delivering our services. So now we'll come across the HR practices which we are following at Country Delight. So definitely talent acquisition, a good talent, like we always source, or we hire people, those who have good knowledge about their field. And obviously it's a robust employee onboarding, like we hire people with the as per the requirement, and whatever we hire, we are very clear about the role and the responsibilities for that particular people which we are hiring. Obviously, after hiring, there is a proper training and development program. We are good in compensation, benefits, also fair performances for management. Like we do all activities or good practices which are here for which are good for the healthy environment in a company. We ensure the safe and healthy workplace also. Like we follow all the HR compliances for the safety and for the like healthy workplace. We are following the or we are adopting the technologies for the HR also, like HR perspectives, and we are fostering a very transparent communication. Like everything is very much clear to the employees what we are doing and what their roles are and what we are expecting from them. So everything is clear. So here are some opportunities available for the students like who have done or who are doing their BTech or MTech. Like at plant level, what we have the roles at mid-level positions, at even at customer support or different level, we are also hiring people with the technology background like BTech and above. So these are the levels, different levels are at plant, at corporate level, we are hiring. Uh, Desired skill set, as my earlier colleagues, they have already cleared you what desired skill set we are requiring. So two kind of skill set, we can say technical skill set or professional skill set. Technical food science knowledge, who should have knowledge of food science like food chemistry, microbiology, and the nutrition about the knowledge. Product development, like how we can develop a product, about the process and the production knowledge. Food safety and quality assurance knowledge of the food compliances, safety and assurance. Laboratory skills, analytical skills, definitely to analyze some whether it's calculations or some laboratory experiments, and present the reports also. Professional skills, like definitely critical thinking, like one should have good thinking about what he or she is doing. Problem solving nature, definitely, because when we are working in a corporate or in a company or at a plant level, we should have that skill that one should know how to solve the problems. Communication skills, which is like basic, because we have to communicate with the different levels or different people in the company, so different departments, so we need a good communication skill, whether it's a written or verbal. Teamwork, although we have to work in a team, whether it's in a plant or in any office, so uh, the adaptability, you can say the adaptability should be there, like different kind of people will be there, you have to work with them, you have to understand all of them, how they are working, and how you have to cope up with the work. And continuous learning, because there is nothing without learning. At very high level also, the people are on the learning phase, so that is very important. So these are the some kind of skill set, desired skill set, which we generally look forward while we go for any hiring. Growth prospects from the country late or within our organization. Uh, we have substantial growth prospects for our employees. We generally like as at the beginning level, we generally hire the people, like at starting level we hire, but for the next levels or for the internal growth, like when we are promoting someone from as a executive level to a manager level or above that, so we generally go internal. So we look for the internal job posting, and we generally do the IJPs for the internal growth. So around 40 to 50% growth is there for the internal employees. So people have a good uh, uh, options for the growth in the country light also. So that is Guy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the amazing perspective that you have shared with all of us today. As a country-led customer myself, I can truly say that even my experience with the brand has been wonderful. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Abu Kaushar, Cluster HR VP from Licious, to deliver his presentation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Very good afternoon. Uh, my name is MD Abu Kaisar. I am leading HR in Lyceus for North and Kolkata region. So I will not take much time because we have ending the sessions at 1:30. So just I'll brief about the company. Lyceus founded with two friends, Abhay Hanjura and Vivek Gupta, in 2015 in Bangalore. So they had a dream ki like most of the people buying the meat in black, right, poly bags. तो ये ब्लैक पॉलीबैग्स को हाउ वी कैन कन्वर्ट इनटू द नाइस बॉक्स पैकिंग. तो एक कमरे में बैठ के उन लोगों ने सोचा था और बहुत छोटे से कमरे से स्टार्ट किया था. देन मिस्टर अभय ही इज़ अ फ्रॉम जम्मू, ही इज़ अ कश्मीरी पंडित, एंड विवेक गुप्ता इज़ अ बनिया. तो बनिया में खाते नहीं लोग जनरली. ठीक है. तो it's very good story when we have town halls and any functions. Every time our founders explaining the right background how they can start, right. So currently we are present in across India, right. Mostly we are cover major cities. Pan India we have 6 processing units. The big unit in Bangalore, in north we have a factory in Gurgaon, Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, and we have 135 delivery centers across pan India. And now we are expanding the business in different model. We are opening offline stores where you can go and ask our meat technicians. We are not calling butchers. When you go to the meat shops, you are calling the butchers. We are not calling butchers. We have transformed their name as a meat technicians because they have a technique. As sir told you, what is the difference between knowledge and skills? So they have a skill set. Although they don't have the knowledge, they don't have any certifications, but they have a certain skills what we are looking when we are buying the Lyceus product. We have a different specs, we have a different packing, and this is possible as because them. So we are calling them meat technicians. So right. So we operate farm to fork business models, like, and we are also ensuring the temperature compliances from the slaughtering house to our processing unit to our delivery center to our the customer doorsteps. And we are not dealing with the frozen product, we are dealing only the fresh product. uh, what does it mean the fresh product? As sir told ki they confirm country lights, they are maintaining the 4 degree temperature. So we are maintaining 0 to 4 degree temperature as the customer doorsteps, right, ensuring the our product quality, packaging, uh, everything. So, so what is the difference between the frozen and fresh? How we can call कि हमारा product fresh है? Did you get at the any time of point कि milk आपने order किया, आपको बर्फ जमा हुआ मिला? वो liquid रहता है ना? जब दूध ऑर्डर करते हो तो आप लिक्विड ही रहता है ना? क्यों लिक्विड रहता है? वो खराब भी नहीं होता है. बिकॉज मेंटेनिंग 0 to 4 डिग्री टेम्परेचर. जब भी किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को आप रखोगे ना 0 to 4 डिग्री टेम्परेचर में, वो फ्रोजन कभी भी नहीं होगा. उस आई एम नॉट अ सब्जेक्ट एक्सपर्ट, माई कलीग्स इज देयर, आई थिंक ही कैन गिव द बेटर आंसर्स, राइट. So I will just move ahead. Just a minute. Huh? The session is recruiter round of table. So I'll come to the roles what we are looking at our industry. We are hiring production executives, food technology, quality insurance, vendor QA, and internship and projects. So we are also hiring the freshers, and we are paying the stipend. We are not hiring free of cost, right? But the tenure should be at least 6 months. Desired skill, as already Piyush has explained, the same desired skill we required. ठीक है. growth perspective, career progress for the early at Lyceus. You can start from entry level and you can achieve the role leadership. Exposure to cross functions. If you want, if currently you are working in productions, you want to move into quality, you can move into quality. You want to move into R&D, you can move into R&D. Also you want to move into the supply chain, because we are three type of company in one umbrella. We are in processing, we are into the supply chain, right? We are also farming. So why join Lyceus? Work in dynamic, as Charu said, we known as a culture. We have very good cultures, right? If you talk about any startup companies, uh, I don't know how many heard about the cultures in the startups companies, but we have a very good cultures, and we are S8000 certified company. Also, we have a FSC 22,000, 14,000, 45,000 certifications. Uh, Next question is how you can apply all, as Pushpita ma'am will share the Google link. Also, if you want to check the opportunity for you, you can just visit career.lyceus.com and you can check the openings. Also, we are hiring freshers. If you want to interested join us, you can just go and apply. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Obo sir, for sharing insights. And I think that India is having a vast market of meat and poultry sector, and there are a lot of growth and career opportunities available for the same. Now, I would like to invite Pushpita ma'am back for sharing the further process through which the offers can be released, and then we would be having a small Q&A session.
So you will be receiving a link from our side. You mention which company you would be interested in, and we'll share your database with the respective HR, and they'll take the process forward. All the best to everyone. Apart from that, we are like each year, we are this year, not this year, 2026 January, will be doing NFPAT, that is National Food Processing Aptitude Test, wherein you would be giving us assessment, and based on that score of the assessment, we provide you with placement opportunity. We facilitate placement, okay? Wherein you can submit your resume database. The database are generally shared with the 20 to 25 companies and the HR shortlist, and you then go for interviews. Okay, so we'll be communicating on NFPAT pretty soon, by end of November, I suppose. You are most welcome to join NFPAT as well. And at this juncture, I would like to mention that Abhay Hanjura, founder of Lyceus, he has just joined our governing board. Same as Dr. Pooja Gupta, she is head quality country delight. She has also recently joined our governing board. When Divesh was showing you the presentation, you may have seen that in our governing board, we have representation from government as well as industry. And industries like Nestle, ITC, Hindustani Unilever, LT Food, the MD of LT Food, Mr. Ashwini Malhotra, was our president for longest time, and now our president is Mr. Ashwini Malhotra from Wickfield. So we have representation from both private and public sector, because for to achieve the ambition of Skill India, we need to work hand in hand. And now this session is open for question answer. We'll take the mic to you. You just raise your hand and ask your question, and also mention for whom the question is. Okay, mention the name of the HR, and he or she will answer. Okay.
I want to ask from Charu ma'am that, ma'am, what can a student do within their course in food technology to prepared earlier for things like internships and placements or innovation and like that things?
So to answer your question, okay, when you are in a college or you are pursuing any course for that matter, you should identify what are the hot skills which is very much related to your course. For example, what do you mean by hot skills? Is like the skills which are very much relevant in the market and relevant to your area, right? You should be, since you're in a course, you get to know a lot of stuff, like this is a area which I need to work on. मैं फूड टेक्नोलॉजी का एग्जाम्पल नहीं दूंगी बिकॉज आई एम नॉट एट फ्रॉम टेक्निकल फील्ड फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई वॉज एन HR, I used to identify 3 HR hot skills which are there, so that before I go for a campus, I should have that in my CV. And clearly, right now, I also vouch for that. Every year, I identify one course for me, and I do it, and I make my learning more stronger. So you should be very much agile, learning agile. You should be very much connected. What are the things which are there in the market? That is very much demanded by the corporate, and you should build on that. So corporates appreciate that. I'm giving an example of that. I was in a campus drive for NITs, and we were not hiring project management guy. We were hiring a simple engineers, like a electrical, mechanical for our plants. And we realized that the people were so agile. They were Six Sigma, they were project management experts. They have 4 degrees, analytical AI, machine learning on their CVs already, right? So this shows that they are passionate about their careers. So this actually works for us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Because I have been in this field of placement and training for last 16, more than 16 years, I'll just tell you something. As far as food technology is concerned, food companies are concerned, one thing is common across all sectors, all subsector. The product may be different. It can be manufacturing or it can be a service organization. One thing is common, that is food safety management, your FSMS. So you should have knowledge on HACCP, you should have knowledge on internal auditing, FSSC 22000, Schedule 4, your FOSTAC. You are because you are in graduation or post graduation, you are eligible to do FOSTAC advance. I would suggest that, like Charu said, your academics, your degree is the basic minimum that is required. Or this is a very competitive field. The jobs are, numerous jobs are there for people who are working on floor, but for engineers, for graduates, the competition is very, very high, because a company doesn't hire in bulk. For graduate, for postgraduate, for engineers, there is no hiring in bulk, unlike the floor people, for people who have done their 10th or 12th, right? So you have to have that competitive edge, you have to have extra in your CV, and those extras comes from the certification. Please, every 6 months or 4 months, you should go for a new course, new certification. There are various certification available online. The certification are online available and they're valid. The only thing I would suggest, whenever you are doing a certification course, do it from a verified source, do it from a reputed organization, and please see the acceptability of the certificate, okay? And as food sector SSC, for FSMS, you can come to us. We have an LMS. You can go there. There is self-paced learning, because you are already pursuing your academics. You may not have that much of time to go and do a classroom training or classroom session. You can have self-paced learning also. LMS is there. And I'm sure Devesh will be sending a link as well. So the key word is to add something extra in your CV, because if you have if you are doing a BTech or MTech or a BSc or MSc in food processing or food technology or dairy technology or oil technology, whatever it is the basic minimum you are doing. If you want a good job, better paying, better growth job, then you need to add something extra, okay?
There are two different barriers, factually, and these are the barriers for the communication. I'll narrate it in Hindi. लोग क्या कहेंगे LK के और मैं कैसे करूँगा. इन दोनों बैरियर्स को तोड़ दो, देखो आपको क्वेश्चन दिखाई पड़ेंगे.
My question is for everyone here. So, if a person from BSc and MSc Food Technology and MTech, BTech, food technology applies for the same position. So do you give a preference to the BTech person more?
See, I'll come back to this. This is a matter of utility. What we are looking at, which position and which qualification, या which kind of composition fulfills my requirement. Say, abhi, I mean, Charu and Pushpita ma'am were explaining ki what extra you should have and all those things factually. Why extra? Why extra? A simple question to everyone here. Factually, you have, say, I have to send my family from Delhi to Jaipur. It's a 300 kilometers drive. And I have three options before me, Mr. X, Mr. Y, and Mr. Z, who can drive my family safe there. I am unable to go with them. So Mr. X is one who drives the vehicle with the speed of 120 kilometer average, and he can make my family reach there within 3 hours. Mr. Y is one who drives only 100 kilometers speed, and he's good in motor technology, motor mechanism. I mean, automobiles mechanism. And Mr. Z is one who is also good in driving, excellent driving skill, 100 kilometer speed. He'll take 3.5 hours to make my family reach there, and he's also a good dancer. Whom will you choose? Whom will you choose? And why? Anyone? लोग क्या कहेंगे? मैं कैसे कहूँ? Someone will have to. Anyone? Whom you are going to choose? Yeah, please.
Why? Because as he is a car technician,
Yeah.
any trouble if they face any trouble in between the journey, so he would know how can he solve that issue or the trouble.
Very good. So clap for him because he happened to break that barrier. Actually, what I was quoting there. So the question is that ki out of three, you find one who is competent. Why he was competent? He was having something additional. But Mr. Z was also having something additional. He was a good dancer. But having additional and that too relevantly additional, that matters there. This is what makes Mr. Y as a competent. Competence is all about this. Charu will support me, yeah? Steph, actually. So think of this. It's not going go and drive into any course. What is relevant? Where you are heading for? What is in your focus? Choose what is relevant and what could that should be additional to make you shine there. So irrespective of actually, I happen to tell you that if I'm going to hire a labor, I won't be looking for MGH at Half Square. If I have to hire a PRO, public relation officer, for the communication skill traits are different. So which role, which composition that role is asking for, that is relevant for me. Is that clear? Anyone else, please?
So exactly, जैसे sir has told कि it depends कि what kind of role, what is the role actually we are looking for, और उसके लिए किस तरह का skill set हमें चाहिए. Sometimes what happens is you said that एक position है जिसके लिए whether you will go for the MTech or you will go for the BTech. So first it will depend कि मेरी requirement क्या है, obviously. And second, जैसे सर ने कहा कि skill set. Sometimes what happen कि एक person who is MTech, he might be good in academics, but yeah, sometimes the BTech guy who might not be the excellent in academic, but yeah, he has some other good skill sets, which we think that will help him or her to adapt in the company to get the things absorbed quickly, which we want from them. So it purely depends on that कि किस तरह की requirement है. Sometimes it's not like कि एक highly qualified person ही कहीं selection हो.
Yeah, just to add, see the basic requirements that is getting flashed, that what is the basic education qualification is required. Now that is becoming the baseline, and then whoever is having the more qualification than that basic requirement, they can also apply, and that bare minimum also. So three things all our HR leaders has defined here, like education, skill set, and attitude. So now that becomes that mix of that what exactly they are looking at. So basic qualification has been met. So they will go for the skill set and the attitude of the candidate for the criteria of the selection. Like if you go for the tendering process, if you must have knowing about, in tendering there is the one process of like lowest bidder and who is becoming there getting selected. Now that is turning into QCBS, quality come cost basis. So now that is coming factor, even if you are having the higher little cost, now the quality becoming the one factor of the selection in that tender also. So that quality kind of sort and mix is going to be identified in the candidates also. So that what Pushpita ji has added skill set, time to time, refreshing it and adding it the value that is relevant, basically what is you are looking for and what is the need of the industry. That is going to link for the requirement of the matching of that what HR is looking for the candidate hiring. So that is the basis you should opt for adding up some value in your certification apart from the basic education you have completed. Thank you.
Hello, my question is to all of you. So you must have taken a lot of interviews till now. So like when there's a fresher, like a fresh graduate, he or she is like very confused about what the company wants because there's a gap between the industry and the educational institute. So like some points that you would like to share, like some gap that can be bridged, like as like one is trying to develop like in skill set or anything else. So like few things that one should work on, those gaps and the gaps you have like seen in candidates that we can work on, like on a personal level and obviously the skill set level. So like can you share a few insights, all of you?
See, we take the candidates. We don't expect freshers to start delivering right from the very first day. There's certain structured program for the different trades and different people there, different levels there. They are molded for the particular role over a period of say 3 months, 6 months, 12 months training. Structured phase-wise training. The first phase, see actually for the technical and motor skills, there are 3 different stages in general, may be different from the different industries. One is to having the knowledge, learning it. You already have gone through the number of books. You happen to read it across the different lines, different institution, your teachers, your Google, nowadays AI and ChatGPT. Now, once you go to the different installations, it is not exactly what you happen to learn in the books. There's a difference. Do you question that why this difference is there? And then you go back and find out why this difference is there. I happen to read the Carnot cycle was something square shaped, but here this is different. Why this is different? What kind of development happened to be there over the years that this cycle graph is changed? That you once to question there, then you try to find out the reasons and then come back and again to the installations, different equipments, and you find out what kind of the permutation combinations, and then you suggest something new. So that is the process. If actually first you go through the bookie knowledge, then you go and apply it. There's someone who is to supervise and cross-examine your work. He will assist you to get fine-tuned. Then there's a stage 3 when you are working independently, no supervisor, no cross-examination, nothing. Stage 3, where you will be under observation, but you do not know that you are under observation. You will be fine-tuned for the different, exigencies of the work. Troubleshootings and all those things. So different roles, different kinds of calls, and we do know that freshers do not have, but the only thing that while taking the freshers, we see that how teachable he or she is. How teachable they are. Teachability is one of the domain that is assessed through the different, skill assessment sets, attitudinal, psychometric, BEI, situation reaction, all those things, and number of tests. We have the different tools in our kitty. We'll apply as and when required, relevantly and suitably. That is there. The only thing, once you are taken, you are all sets. Getting ready for the job is your requirement as well as our responsibility. Equally, once we have taken you. Will make it sure that you develop to the role. Sure.
So I want to add here very simply here few points. In my experience in past few years, where we have gone to the campuses and what the gap we have identified, equally my colleague has said very right. Once you are hired, so there is a structured program, learnings, and yeah, a lot of interventions. We make you ready for the industry, we make you ready for the corporate as per our requirements. However, prior to that, what are the things that should be taken care of? In the knowledge wise, when I said it's a foundation, when we come to a good college, we expect the person has a strong foundation, right? What we have observed that people are very surface level. When we go deeper to the questions on the technical front, they don't know the answer of it, right? That's the one gap which we have seen in my, when I was doing campus from past 3 years. Across streams, I'm telling you, it's not a food technology per se, it's across streams, right? The one gap. So that is the foundation, but your foundation should be that strong you are able to answer your questions. There are examples when we ask someone what is your favorite subject, we will ask questions from there only. They were not able to answer even one question on the technical front. So that cannot be compromised because, right, we are coming for a course, we are coming from certain technical education. One. Two, flexibility. In this generation, we have realized that they have a particular line of choices and they want to make their careers like this, which is good in a way, but at least you should experience corporate world, you should understand the processes, you understand the different areas, then you choose your specific line. People are very rigid from a day one that they don't want to go in this field. They will do either production or quality or testing or R&D for that matter. So that flexibility is very, very important when you enter the corporate. You should be ready to take different roles. You should be flexible by your mind that this is my learning and I could take anything, anywhere, whatever comes to me as an opportunity. So these are the two areas where actually we see a gap. Role alignment, yes, it's important. Skilled continuous learning, it is important, but these two areas. And third thing, yeah, very importantly, once you write a project on your CV or once you go for a training or an internship in any sector, please be honest to yourself, learn to the maximum. लिखने के लिए project मत लिखिए because you are going to be asked questions on this technically, principally, on the problem statement. What did you do? What are your key learnings? आपने क्या सीखा? कैसे apply किया? We are going to judge you on that, on various competencies we are going. So be authentic, be honest to your own learning. Whatever you are writing on your CV should be very clear. Don't write just for the face value of it. So these are the three gaps which we have seen in my, in past few years of our campus hiring programs.
Yes, it's a very common problem that they find ki nowadays, not nowadays, maybe for past few years, 4 5 years, if I have to point one time, it is after COVID. Okay, so the knowledge should not be superficial. That is what they both are saying. Whatever you are writing on your CV, you should be able to justify that. If you have written that this is my favorite subject or I have done a project on such and such a topic, so it is expected that you know about it. Okay, and please, again, because you guys are Gen Zs, you have exposure to so many things, you know everything, which I'm generalizing it, pardon me, but which makes you sometimes very rigid. So be more receptive, be more trainable, because if a company is hiring you, they will mold you according to their need, according to their business goal. But it doesn't mean that that business goal is not aligned to your personal growth. Be more open minded. Okay, कुछ भी डिसाइड करने से पहले स्पेंड टाइम ऑन इट, है ना. जाके 2 दिन अच्छा नहीं लगा, मैं तीसरे दिन से नहीं जाऊंगी, ऐसा नहीं करिए. पहले बात करिए क्या प्रॉब्लम है. बी मोर, अगेन आई एम यूजिंग दिस वर्ड, बी मोर ओपन माइंडेड. यू आर वेरी गुड एट कम्युनिकेशन, है ना. आप लोग जो सोचते हो बोल ही डालते हो, सोचते नहीं हो कि मतलब हमारे जैसे नहीं हो, बोल देते हो, विच इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग. So please communicate with your HR or senior manager or reporting manager, and that's it. Be open-minded before you decide on quitting. Okay.
So since we have talked about Gen Z and the recent generation which is entering into the workforce, we are actually, because of the social media, We are very much into the instant gratification. पोस्ट डाली, लाइक्स आना चाहिए, बार बार देखेंगे लाइक्स आया कि नहीं आया. So this is where we are right now. So generally what we do, if first 3 days are not good for an organization, we generally take a tendency, I'm just building on that, we have a tendency to leave, right? Or we make opinions about it. There's nothing wrong, but in organization, patience is also one of the key. So there is a technique we were said when we joined, like cake को अगर bake करना है, so there is a temperature, there is a time. आप उसको कम करके नहीं केक को बना नहीं सकते हो, ज़्यादा करके. इवन इफ़ यू आर इन अ हरी, यू कैन नॉट इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर, आपका केक नहीं बनेगा. सो देर इज़ ए ग्राइंड which everyone has to go through to build their careers. So we have to have go through through this grind and come out of our comfort zone. So these are the key parameters we evaluate, we see over the interviews with different tools.
Just to add what Charu was saying earlier, whatever you're writing in your CVs, you have to stand by that. It is better not to write in case if you're not confident of that. Instead of wasting our time and focus, if you don't write, that is okay. That is okay. You may quote it, sir. I happen to say if I come across quotes, but I am still half cooked. That doesn't matter. So if you're writing it, be genuine to it. Whatsoever you're writing your course, you're writing your hobbies, you're writing your past exposures, your sports activities, extracurricular activities. Be genuine to that. That's the first call. Factually, we expect if actually we have spare time and energy for you, we expect you to not to encroach on our time and energy, and that's the first call.
Yeah, so exactly which my colleague has said to you that जब हम भी we take the interview, we generally look for a candidate who is confident, because अगर हम खुद को प्रेजेंट कर पाते हैं अच्छे से कॉन्फिडेंटली, दैट मीन्स वी हैव स्टेप अप. सो कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत ज़रूरी है. हमें अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करना आना चाहिए. एंड एज सर सेड कि जो सीवी में लिखा है दैट शुड बी ऑनेस्ट, मतलब वो एक्चुअल में आपने किया होना चाहिए, या हॉबीज़ हैं या कोई स्किल सेट है, तो आपको यू शुड बी trained or you should be like expert on that. मतलब उसमें कोई फ्लॉ नहीं होना चाहिए फिर, because जो भी आपने CV में लिखा, भी any interviewer or any HR generally ask from there. And definitely आपका कितने आप trainable हो, that we generally look. Patience कितना है, we'll look for that also. So adaptability also. So these are the key factors which people generally look in the interview. And आपका जो reply होना चाहिए, that should be very confident, very clear and honest. और थोड़ा सा हम सब में जो झिझक है, जैसे यहाँ पे भी आज अभी मैम सर वी हैव आस्क्ड यू पीपल कि आप upfront आके कुछ पूछिए. You have come across from different areas early in the morning for this session. So बहुत सारी चीज़ें होंगी, बहुत से कई बार there might be some silly questions, so you should ask. So that is the important कि आप जहाँ भी कोई भी इंटरव्यू फेस कर रहे हैं या कोई भी किसी भी इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंस अटेंड कर रहे हैं, प्रोएक्टिवली बिना किसी झिझक से चीज़ें पूछिए. that will definitely increase your confidence level. और वो when that झिझक will ख़त्म, तो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट फील करोगे आप, and you will definitely be at different level. That's it. Thank you.
Abusa, if you would like to add something.
तो सबसे पहले whenever you are representing yourself, तो आपको ये देखना है कि आप अपने आप को सेल कैसे करते हो. Whenever you are conducting any interviews, right, in campus interviews, तो you have to think कि आप अपने आप को ऐसे रिप्रेजेंट करो कि आप 1 क्लिक में अपने आप को सेल कर दो. वो जिस दिन करना आ गया आपको, तो जॉब आपके हाथ में रहेगा. और जैसे सर ने बोला, नाउ डेज द डेटा साइंटिस्ट, अगर आप किसी भी फील्ड में जाते हो, लाइक अगर प्रोसेसिंग में जाते हो, सप्लाई चेन में जाते हो, तो डेटा इज़ द मैटर. आपको डेटा, आप अपने आप को जितना आप स्किल करोगे, जितना वैल्यू ऐड करते हो, जितना एक्स्ट्रा होगा ना, उतना वैल्यू ऐड करेगा आपके करियर में. सो थिंक अबाउट दैट. बहुत सारे कोर्सेज आते हैं या खुद से भी कर सकते हो, बिकॉज जितने भी फ्रेशर्स आते हैं, एक्सेल पकड़ा दिया, रिपोर्ट बनाना है, डेटा साइज इतना बड़ा रहता है उसको पता नहीं चलता कि कैसे पाइवट लगाना है, कैसे व्यू लुकअप लगाना है, कैसे चैट्स बनाने हैं, राइट. तो ग्रेजुअली आपके कोर्स के साथ साथ ये सारी चीज़ें आपको वैल्यू ऐड करनी पड़ेंगी, देन यू विल गेट द बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी. थैंक यू.
We can take a last question.
I have a question.
Okay.
One interesting one and a funny one. First of all, I'm going to ask an interesting one on behalf of all the students. Jobs कहाँ apply करें? Jobs कहाँ apply करें? LinkedIn. There are no various platforms and the respective websites. This was the interesting one. The funny one I'll be asking after that. Many people basically get confused कि because nowadays people say sir वहाँ तो reference लग रहा है, if I'm not wrong. This was on behalf of students.
Alok, I can answer your questions. So whenever we have a opening for freshers generally, so just we check the basic skill sets, right? And also, as I mentioned in my presentations, we are hiring freshers also, and we are giving the opportunity to skill himself to get the opportunity to join as an intern for 6 months, at least 6 months, and we are paying the stipend. And we have a two bracket of stipends for graduate and masters. So we are not like bifurcating the freshers or references or other whatever the source they are reaching out to, we are always welcome for the freshers. Thank you.
So, like as there are different platforms, as you have mentioned, LinkedIn. There are others also, and nowadays every company have their website, and then on that there is a option of career. You can post your CVs there. So I think these are the general preferred way to reach out to the companies.
The reason of asking my question was basically the students basically get confused that what is the authentic way to apply it basically, and many of them get some. There are some paid service also. The people say the pay and we'll get it to you. The basis of the question was this. Say they don't get duped in these all things basically.
सी डॉक्टर आलोक, आपके क्वेश्चन के पीछे एक चीज़ छुपी हुई थी कि अगर मैं किस तरीके से अप्लाई करूं ताकि मेरे सिलेक्शन की प्रोबेबिलिटीज़ बढ़ जाएं. वन थिंग इज़ क्लियर, एप्लीकेशन कहीं से भी आए, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो वास्तव में हेल्दी प्रैक्टिसेस रखता है वो कभी इस किस्म के रेफरेंसेस से इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होता है. मल्टीपल चैनल्स हैं, लिंक्डइन, नौकरी, इंटरनल एंड इवन और वेबसाइट, हर जगह से कैंडिडेचर आ सकता है. कैंडिडेचर्स में से सिलेक्शन जो हो मेरिटोरियस बेस पे हो, तो दैट इज़ व्हाट आवर कॉल. तो डोंट गेट अफ्रेड ऑफ कि मैं कहाँ से भेजूंगा. If it is relevant to you, send it to them. If the organization is really practicing something healthy to recruit and select the people from there, they will certainly find you out. If you have the competencies, you have the contents within yourself. Don't worry about this. This is there's some apprehension was hidden behind this that needs to be cleared. We, as an HR, we focus on the merit only. We focus on the merit.
So just building on that, technically, if I want to answer your question, there are a lot of platforms like LinkedIn, Naukri, and organizations are using a very good source mix of LinkedIn sometimes, mix of Naukri, internal reference, IGPs. So I think you could reach to the maximum platforms where you want to. The probability increase to reaching the CV to the recruiter, right? Technically, the only flaw is you should not go for a paid service. The good corporates don't promote paid service. There is only one thing which the good corporates give consulting fee to the consultants. However, we don't recommend and we don't encourage giving money to the consultant to reach to the corporate. So that is the medium you should not go for at all, because वो वहाँ पे fudging है. That is not true. That is there, right? So we don't recommend, and you pick any of the good corporate, they don't go for that service. LinkedIn, Naukri, internal reference करना चाहिए, because see, the talent pool okay. So every year lakhs of students add into the workforce, right? And because of the automation, a lot of factors, the organizations are become leaner. The few opportunities, pool is higher. So it is important to reach out to the relevant source practically and apply for that. And there is no harm in that. Organization is using all the mixes at various levels.
आलोक, आपके बहुत आसान आंसर दे रही हूँ इसका कि we do run NFPAT every year, right? Every year January we run NFPAT, National Food Processing Aptitude Test, जहाँ पे बच्चों को assessment करा जाता है on their basic communication skill, fundamental of food processing and FSMS, food safety. And hygiene management skill. So it is a multiple choice question answers based assessment, जहाँ पे जो बच्चे पास होते हैं, थोड़ा सा मुश्किल भी होता है, बहुत सारे बच्चे उसको क्लियर नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज द स्टैंडर्ड इज़ अ बिट हाई. और क्योंकि कंपनीज़ का भी, अच्छे कंपनीज़ के भी डिमांड होते हैं कि 10th में इतना CGPA होना चाहिए, 12th में इतना होना चाहिए. सो वी टेंड टू मेंटेन दैट एज वेल, है ना. और it is a verified source. You can trust us. We are SSC, Sector Skill Council. We are answerable to 2 ministries. One is MOFP, as you can see, Ministry of Food Processing Industry, and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So you can, but you will have to study. You will have to study. You will have. We provide mock questionnaire. We provide syllabus also. You have to study. You have to give the assessment. You will have to clear the assessment. Okay, the assessment clearance marks is, I think, 60%. You have to clear the assessment. Then you can reach out to various companies from one single platform.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, thanks for your valuable time and such great insights you gave about the food industry. So my question is, does a fresher gain a better long-term career advantage by initially working at a fast-paced startup, or just by focusing their efforts just to secure an entry-level position at a top FMCG company? That's it.
कैरियर प्रोग्रेशंस की बात कर रहे हो आप?
Yes, sir.
कैरियर प्रोग्रेशन फैक्चुअली जब भी होगा ना, मैं फिर से कह रहा हूँ कि अगर कोई एक हेल्दी प्रैक्टिसेस करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, तो उसमें आपका कंपोजिशन मैटर करता है. आपका कंपोजिशन एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स के बीच में इंटरफेस कैसे करता है जिससे डिलीवरीज इंश्योर होती हैं. फैक्चुअली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दिस आई मीन टिपिकली द प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, दे काउंट ऑन द डिलीवरीज. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज व्हाट? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज अ सिग्मा ऑफ रोल्स, sigma of functions. Every function has sigma of roles, and every role has sigma of responsibilities. Do you understand? If I ask, if I call sigma is the sum. Okay, responsibilities. और responsibilities क्या है? Responsibilities से task बनते हैं, task से action बनते हैं, action से deliveries होती हैं. आपकी deliveries unit हैं हमारी काउंट के लिए, जो conversion देती है हमें business में. तो इर्रेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ कि आप कहाँ पे, एक बड़ी अजीब सी चीज़ होती है फ्रेशर्स में, मैं देखता हूँ, सोचते हैं जल्दी जल्दी चेंज करूँगा मैं, और जल्दी जल्दी मैं फास्ट पेस चेंजेस करूँगा और मुझे ग्रोथ मिलेगी. फास्ट पेस चेंजेस समथिंग शूडो है, मिलती है ग्रोथ लोगों को, फाइनेंशियल ग्रोथ मिल जाती है, लेकिन आपके एक्सपोजर्स भी समटाइम्स मिलते हैं. वर्चुअली आप में ऐड क्या हो रहा है, और आप देखिए, मेरा होना मेरे करने पे डिपेंड करता है. माई बीइंग, आई एम एज ए बीइंग, मेरा बीइंग मेरे होने से बढ़ता है, मेरा होना है मेरे करने से बढ़ता है, माई डूइंग से बढ़ता है. द मोमेंट आई एग्जीक्यूट, आई डू, मेरा बीइंग का स्टॉक बढ़ता है. आप केवल फास्ट चेंजिंग की फटाफट में चेंज करता रहूँगा या कुछ किस लेवल पे एंट्री करता हूँ, ये आपको गारंटी नहीं दे सकता. छोटे दिन तक, छोटे वक्त तक तो आपको शायद सपोर्ट करेगा, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म में ये सपोर्ट शायद ना करे अगर आपकी कंपोजिशन, आपकी डिलीवरीज मैच नहीं करती, एनवायरमेंटल फेस इंटरफेस आपका मैच नहीं करता, आपकी डिलीवरीज नहीं बनती हैं. तो थिंक ऑफ दैट, व्हाट इज द कॉल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, हाउ डू यू इंटीग्रेट विद द ऑपरेशंस एंड द कॉल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बिजनेस इंपेरेटिव्स क्या हैं, आप उसमें कैसे कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो, आपकी डिलीवरेबल्स क्या निकलती है, आपके एक्शनेबल्स क्या निकलते हैं, एंड वो फोकस ऑन दैट, दैट विल गिव यू द हाइट. सी फैक्चुअली आपने वो देखा है, ईगल देखा है? सबसे ऊंचा ईगल कौन सा उड़ता है आसमान में? जिसके डैने लंबे होते हैं, जिसके पंख बड़े होते हैं. तो ये पंख बड़े कैसे होते हैं? आपको लग रहा होगा कि इतने से पैसे में इतना सारा काम मांग रहे हैं मुझसे एचआर मैनेजर साहब, है ना? हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सपेंशन जो होती है, जिसको हम अपने लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं जॉब एनलार्जमेंट, वो आपको एनरिचमेंट देता है, जॉब एनरिचमेंट देता है. वर्टिकल एक्सपेंशन वहाँ से मिलती है. सिंपल लॉजिकल नेचर में छुपी हुई चीज़ें. मैनेजमेंट इज़ नथिंग. आप उसको अपने रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में आप अगल बगल देख सकते हो, और आपको बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल मिलेंगे. लर्न फ्रॉम देयर. नीड नॉट टू कि भी समटाइम्स दूसरों के तजुर्बे से सीखना ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है. अपने तजुर्बे मिले और भी अच्छी बात है ना? तो डोंट, वो चांस जो मिलता है आपको दूसरा, उसको छोड़ना नहीं है ना? लुक एट दैट. हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सपेंशन ऑलवेज वेलकम करना, वर्टिकल एक्सपेंशन अपने आप ही आएगी, क्योंकि वो आपके कंपोजिशंस में ऐड करेगा, आपके होइंग में, आपके बीइंग में ऐड करेगा. आप उससे एग्जीक्यूट करोगे, आपका बीइंग का स्टॉक बढ़ेगा. आप बढ़े हुए स्टॉक से एग्जीक्यूट करोगे, और अच्छी डिलीवरीज आएंगी, आपका बढ़ना और ऊपर होगा. दिस इज साइक्लिक. Focus on this. Is that sure?
So just adding to it, before you choose a company, you should be very clear what your career aspirations are, where you want to go. You want to go for a startup, where actually startups are, because they're building up fast, they have different structures. The larger organization has evolved over time, like 100 years, 150 years, or 80 years. They have built structures. So what is actually aligning with your career aspirations? That is the first answer, right? Then you should look for a role. It could come, if it's an empowered role, if it's aligning with your career aspiration, it could come in a startup, it could come in a established bigger food FMCG brands too. So these two questions should be answered beforehand. You should choose for a company.
Choosing a company, may it be a startup or may it be a FMCG company, I would say enjoy the thing which you are doing. Enjoy your job, whether it is a startup, whether it's an FMCG company, you will definitely grow. The day you start enjoying your job, you start growing. The day you feel it liability, I would not say you would downgrade yourself, but yes, it is a falling period basically. So enjoy things, because you will be learning new things. It is a very big diaspora that where you will be coming out of your books, out of the academia, and you will be learning the practical things. I was, to be very honest, when I did my first job, I learned from a very ground worker. I was in a bakery. I learned how to wipe the floor first of all, because if I'll not learn that, I won't be able to make them understand. Until date, I still learn from very ground level. I learned how to wipe the floor. When I was doing my MSc, you might have done MTech or BTech for 6 months. My senior used to tell, "Chalo, glassware dhulo." Do you know why? Because they wanted me to grow. There are 3 types of pipettes. मैं नहीं जानता था उस समय कि पिपेट भी 3 प्रकार के होते हैं. ठीक है, तो जब मैं ग्लासवेयर धुला तो मैं जाना, अच्छा इसको कोनिकल फ्लास्क बोलते हैं, इसको बीकर बोलते हैं, ये ग्रेजुएटेड फ्लास्क है, ये ब्यूरेट है, ये पिपेट है. ठीक है, तो enjoy things, you will learn things, and it may be a fresh startup or FMCG company, you will grow. Thank you.
As we are running out of time, we will just take one last question.
So, hello everyone. Very good afternoon to you. I just want to all HRs that in food industry, how the HR can plan the fun Friday for our employees, as IT industries do, because we work whole in a whole week, even on Sunday too. So, could you please answer? Actually, as Charu ma'am said, when an employee will be happy in the workplace, he will work more productively.
Yeah, I made a statement, but it doesn't mean that every Friday is a fun Friday. So every organization is for a purpose, for a business. And happiness question doesn't come only for the engagement or a happy Friday. For happiness, definition is different for different people. I could be happy while doing my job because the job is giving me a lot of empowerment, and this is what I'm looking as a project. This is give me learning, right? So happiness, so मेरी statement का happiness का purpose है because I was very happy with my job. I was learning, I am learning, I have the right resources, I have the right skills getting in the organization, and that is making me aligned, right? Okay, so coming back to the question of fun Fridays, yeah, so we need to understand a difference between the tech companies and the food companies and the product companies, right? They are very, very different. Tech companies are people, their assets are people, and a product company has a stronger deadlines in the product company, manufacturing, R&D, lot of supply chain. But having said so, the organizations are moving toward, they also realize the importance of rejuvenation. We should have certain breaks, we should have certain learning periods. For us, like for us, for me, fun Friday was when I was given an opportunity every Friday 2 hours for me to learn whatever I want to learn in the office. That was a fun Friday for me. So there are companies which are doing a lot of stuff. There is a one company which is doing 2 hours for your own well-being. It could be yoga, it could be your own learning, and it could be anything. You are coming up with a new idea. So a lot of interventions company do. But coming back again to we are here for a business, and business has an entire process. So fun Friday is not the only question. Coming back to the happiness, yeah.
The definition of fun needs to be changed because right now you are students, and students are generally not taken as adult, but when you get into a professional environment, you are supposed to act, behave, respond like an adult. For adults, fun may be different. Okay, fun may be having a training session also. We are at our office, sometimes we have training sessions, so that can be also fun. And when you have your entire team working with you, doing something, that can also be fun. But because most of the time we are not interacting with the whole team, the whole department, or the various department. There are various departments in any structured organization. So interacting with each other, maybe having a high tea, maybe a review meeting can also be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the organizations are realizing that fact. There are lot of things which you are building up. अभी हम ये नहीं बोल रहे कि क्रिकेट मैच होगा तो ही फन होगा या डांस क्लास होगी. Okay, the organization is taking a holistic view. There are a lot of well-being organizations are promoting these days. Lot of engagement, lot of celebration, inclusivity, learning. In fact, connect with the leadership. They are like every Friday we do a connect coffee meeting with the MD or a lunch meeting where you are getting an opportunity to understand what the business is doing, sharing your ideas, interacting with how they think. This is also part of the fun Friday, right? So yeah, we equally understand कि आपका happiness is important. That's how you become more motivated. But happiness could come from various sources. Yeah.
Enjoyed this session. We enjoyed this session. We feel happy. You may quote it as a fun Friday or fun Saturday. So we enjoyed this session. It was really, good to interact with you people and having your questions. And बहुत अच्छा लगा हमें.
Okay, so before closing the session, I would like to show our special gratitude to Joint Secretary Sri D. Praveen and Sri Devesh Dhaval. because without their support, this program, this event wouldn't be possible. And we actually requested them not very long back, only 10-15 days, ki we need a slot where we want to interact with candidates, and we want to invite our HRs, and so they can interact with the candidates. Thank you everyone for coming, and have a nice festive season and have a good day. Thank you. All the best for your future.